Have you ever pulled out of your driveway and felt that flicker of doubt? Should I be doing this? As cars zip by a little faster than they used to? Or maybe you've noticed your neck doesn't turn as far as it once did when checking a blind spot? If so, you're not alone. Driving after 75 isn't about giving up your keys. It's about adapting, refining, and embracing skills that keep you safe and confident on the road. Today, I'm sharing 4 little-known techniques that'll make you feel like you've got a co-pilot riding shotgun. No driving school required. Let's start with the truth. Confidence behind the wheel isn't about reflexes or age. It's about strategy. Think of it like chess, anticipating moves, controlling the board, and staying 3 steps ahead. My friend Harold, who's 82 and still drives cross-country to visit his grandkids, put it best. It's not about slowing down, it's about smartening up. So let's dive into the first skill that'll transform how you navigate the road. Skill 1. The 360-degree bubble technique. You know how they taught you to check mirrors in driver's ed? Let's upgrade that. The 360-degree bubble is about creating an invisible safety zone around your car. Here's how it works. Before you even start the engine, take 10 seconds to visually map everything around you. Not just cars, but pedestrians, cyclists, even that shopping cart rolling loose in the parking lot. Then, as you drive, imagine your car is surrounded by a bubble that you need to protect. If a car enters that bubble, say tailgating or merging too close, you've got a plan. Ease off the gas, change lanes, or create space. Harold calls this his force field. He practices it every time he merges onto the highway. It's like I've got eyes in the back of my head, he laughs. And studies show this proactive awareness reduces accidents by 30% in older drivers. Try it next time you're out. It turns stress into control. Skill 2. Mastering the mirror tap. Now, let's talk about blind spots. As we age, stiff necks or slower reflexes can make shoulder checks feel like a yoga pose. That's where the mirror tap comes in. Instead of relying solely on glancing over your shoulder, program your mirrors to work harder for you. Adjust them outward so they overlap slightly with your side mirrors. You should barely see the edge of your own car. This widens your field of view dramatically. Still unsure? Try this trick my neighbor Ethel uses. When changing lanes, tap your mirror as a reminder to double-check it and your blind spot. It sounds simple, but that physical tap creates a ritual that sticks. Ethel says, "It's like training my brain to pause and see." Pair this with a quick head turn, as much as comfortable, and you've got a foolproof system. Bonus: install a blind spot mirror on your side mirrors. They're $5 at any auto store and give you a panoramic view without straining. Now, you might be thinking, but what about night driving? Or, what if my reaction time isn't what it used to be? Don't worry, we're just getting started. These first 2 skills are your foundation. Practice them for a week, and you'll notice how they become second nature. And remember, confidence isn't about perfection, it's about preparation. Stick with me, because the next 2 skills, they're game changers. Now, let's talk about something we all face but rarely discuss: time. Not the clock on your dashboard, but how quickly things can change on the road. A green light turns yellow. A car suddenly brakes. A pedestrian steps off the curb. These moments demand split-second decisions. But here's the secret. You don't need lightning-fast reflexes. You just need the right strategy. Let's dive into skill 3, which I call the 3-second safety net. Skill 3. The 3-second safety net. Remember when they taught you to keep a car length between you and the vehicle ahead? Let's modernize that. The 3-second safety net is simple. Pick a stationary object on the road, a sign, a tree, a crack in the pavement. When the car in front of you passes it, count 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. If you pass that object before hitting 3, you're too close. This trick works at any speed and gives you time to react if something goes wrong. My friend Louise, who's 78 and drives daily to her volunteer job, swears by this. It takes the guesswork out, she says. No more white-knuckling when someone slams their brakes. And here's a pro tip. In rain or fog, stretch it to 4 seconds. That extra space is your cushion against surprises. Skill 4. The headlight code for night driving. Now, let's tackle night driving, the one that makes even seasoned drivers grip the wheel a little tighter. As we age, our eyes need more light, and glare from oncoming traffic can feel blinding. Enter the headlight code. First, clean your lights and windshield. It sounds obvious, but a dusty windshield scatters light like a disco ball. Next, adjust your mirrors to night mode. That little lever under your rear view flips it to reduce glare. Finally, here's the game changer. Use the right edge line trick. Instead of staring at headlights, focus on the white line on the right side of the road. It keeps you centered without the glare overwhelming you. Carlos, an 80-year-old jazz musician who drives home from gigs late, says this trick feels like having night vision goggles. He even keeps a microfiber cloth in his glove box for quick windshield wipes before sunset. It's my nightly ritual, he says, like tuning my sax. You might wonder, what about intersections? Or what if my car doesn't have fancy mirrors? Don't worry, we'll get there. These two skills are about reclaiming control, one small adjustment at a time. Practice the 3-second safety net on your next grocery run, and test the headlight code during an evening drive around the neighborhood. Notice how these habits turn "what if" into "I've got this." And remember, confidence isn't about never feeling unsure. It's about knowing you've got tools to handle whatever the road brings. But wait, there's more to staying sharp behind the wheel than just technique. What if I told you the secret to lifelong driving confidence isn't in your hands, but in your habits? Stay tuned. Now, let's talk about the heart of confident driving, because it's not just about mirrors, space, or night tricks. It's about trusting yourself. You've spent decades behind the wheel, navigating storms, detours, and backseat drivers. That wisdom doesn't expire. These 4 skills, they're just tools to sharpen what you already have. Let me share a story about my friend Irene. At 79, she almost gave up driving after a close call at a busy intersection. Then she tried the 360-degree bubble and 3-second safety net. Within weeks, she was back to driving to her painting classes, her trunk full of canvases. I realized it wasn't my age holding me back, she said. It was forgetting I could adapt. Think of these skills like seasoning a favorite recipe. They enhance what's already there. Cleaner mirrors, a little extra space, a focus on the right edge line at night. They're small tweaks with big payoffs. And here's the secret no one tells you. Every time you use these techniques, you're rebuilding confidence. It's not about being perfect. It's about progress. Harold, with his force field, still gets honked at occasionally. Carlos sometimes forgets to flip his mirror at night. But they keep showing up, one drive at a time. So, what's next? Start with one skill this week. Maybe the mirror tap on your next errand run, or the headlight code during an evening stroll around the block. Keep a journal in your glove box. Jot down wins like nailed a parallel park using my bubble, or remembered my 3-second rule in traffic. Celebrate those moments. They're proof you're growing, not slowing. And if doubt creeps in, remember, driving isn't a test. It's a conversation between you and the road. You don't need to be the fastest or the flashiest, just present, prepared, and kind to yourself. Irene now teaches her grandkids these tricks when they practice driving. Turns out, she laughs, my 60 years of experience make me the best instructor they've got. Your turn. I'd love to hear. Which skill are you excited to try? Share in the comments below. Let's create a community of savvy, confident drivers cheering each other on. And if this resonated with you, hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell. Together, Let's redefine what it means to drive boldly at any age. Here's to open roads, sunny days, and the quiet pride of knowing you've still got it. Keep those keys handy, friends. Your best drives are still ahead.